This is a current research program in its first year, Orchard Floor Management and Soil Health in Deciduous Fruit Industry, in the deciduous fruit orchards. Very briefly, the aim was to establish 4 cover crop combinations, and I'll show them to you shortly, in orchards in 2 climatic areas, and we ended up in one on pears in Warmbokkenveld and one on apples in Koerbokkenveld. It's a very broad assessment of cover crop performance and the effect on soil biology. Then there's an assessment of additional cover crops. There's a bunch of stuff that you could plant, small-scale assessment of those species, and then obviously it is aimed at soil health and enhancing tree performance, fruit production. That's the business that we're in. And one is aware of the need of recommendations regarding cover crops. What do they do? If you plant this, how do you plant it? What is its effect? Just to go through the treatments applied: work row, tall fescue, ryegrass, red fescue, triticale, and compost. All the orchards were either composted, all of them. And they either had straw or wood chips applied in the tree row. Second treatment, that basic grass mix plus medics to get nitrogen in wood chip and straw rather than, compost and wood chip. That is a fault on that table. The third treatment, we added more medics and subterranean clover in the tree row, i.e. under the trees. Compost, straw, subterranean clover and medics. And then 4, I complained bitterly about diversity, and then basically we threw the book at it. There's buckwheat, tillage radish, mustard in the work row. And we planted mustard, nasturtiums, chicory in the tree row. Other species, small-scale assessment included white mustard, pea, lucerne, strawberry, crimson clover, teff, and ceradella, and I'll add more. It's very interesting seeing how these things grow and how they survive, especially in Koerbokkenveld. And then for what it's worth, I put in floral species and assessed those, again on small scale, mainly in the tree row. It's Felicia, it's Feiches, they don't like orchids. Chamomile, coriander, dill, thyme, oreganum, and alyssium. For what it's worth. Interesting, and obviously I'll add more as we go across. The results, we did a preliminary soil analysis using Solvita, and I'd recommend that. Cover crop biomass production, nematode counts and bioindicators using nematodes, Karu's method. Cover crop germination and performance was assessed, obviously. And soil biodiversity is just sort of getting going using Calembula. That is the preparation, full mechanical preparation of the orchards. That's what it looked like. This is same row at planting versus the row at the end of August. So they are growing, and they started growing very rapidly in the last 3 weeks. That is the Koerbokkenveld site on 1-year-old apple. This is the Warmbokkenveld on 4-year-old pears. That was when it was cultivated. That's what it looks like end of August. They are coming up. Please note the mulch, straw mulch, and volunteer wheat coming through on the straw mulch. The results are interesting. They're very preliminary, one of which is we planted mustard on under the trees in one of those treatments, and the Pratylenchus counts were extremely low. Whether we can replicate that, I hope that we can. The bioindicator measure using nematodes, Solvita, were all done. Very interesting results. Top left is forage peas growing. It's one of the things that we're assessing. Right at that, the calendula. Medics growing on the bunkie bottom left, and we've actually managed to generate some flowers in the orchard. That's encouraging. And that's what it looks like if you don't control it and plant it early. That's a jungle. That's not part of the trial. It was just they planted it off-site. This thing is starting to gain traction. They're starting to plant the mixtures elsewhere on those farms. Very nice, exciting research. Thanks.